Good morning, everybody out there in Mathland. Today for 4th grade, we will be doing the second lesson on chapter 14, which will be to draw symmetric shapes. Now that means that they're going to give us one half of a shape and we have to draw the other one to show symmetry, okay? So one half of a symmetric shape is shown. Draw the rest of the shape. If a shape has line symmetry, then it's called symmetric. It's the first time I've heard the word symmetric. I would have said symmetrical, but I guess that way is also accepted. So here's how it works. They gave us the shape right here. So it means the shape on this side, this has to be like the line of symmetry right here. Like it's showing us right here. We have to draw the other side to mirror or reflect the same thing. So draw the other half of the shape on the opposite line. So for example, as you can see, they drew this side so that when you fold it over, they lay on top of each other perfectly. The other thing, another way, draw a different line of symmetry. In other words, they did it along this side and drew it on this side. But we're gonna see kind of how it works once we see some of them that we start working on. One half of a shape and a line of symmetry are shown. Draw the rest of the shape. So this is how I would do it. Do you see how there's 1, 2, 3 lines on this side? Then I would draw 1, 2, 3 lines on this side as well. Now it goes up 2. So now we go up 2. Then it goes this way 2 times. So now this way 2 times. Basically, you're going the opposite way, but for the same amount of lines. Then it goes down 1, 2, 3. So we go down 1, 2, 3. And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we've drawn a shape on the other side that is symmetrical to this side. Okay, so you're doing the same amount of spaces, but in the opposite direction. One half of a symmetric shape is shown. Draw the rest of the shape. So in here, you can decide how you're going to do it. Are you going to go this way to make it symmetrical? Or are you going to go that way? It's up to you to decide because they didn't draw the line of symmetry. So I'm going to pretend that the line of symmetry is right here and then go for it, okay? From here, there's 2 going diagonal. So 1, 2. Then there's 1 big one going down. So bam, right there. And then 1 across. Okay, so that's how you would do it. So you're going kind of the opposite way, but for the same amount of spaces. Let's go to the second page. One half of a symmetric shape is shown. Draw the rest of the shape. So for this one, since they didn't give you the line of symmetry, again, you can decide which way you're going. I'm going to go this way. Like that. That means that at the homework, a bunch of your homework might say unscored because I'm going to have to go in and check what you drew, especially if there's more than one right answer. So don't be nervous if a bunch of it says unscored. That means I just have to go check what you drew. Okay, no worries there. All right, so if they went 1 and 1, then I'm going to go 1 and 1. They went 1 diagonal, so diagonal, diagonal, and then 2. 2. It makes kind of like a stop sign. This is a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, sorry, octagon for a stop sign. Okay, over here, I'm gonna pretend the line of symmetry is going right here. So 2, that means I go 2, then 1, so I go 1, then 1 towards the inside, 1 towards the inside, then 1 down, 1 out, 1 down, like that. Okay, so I'm basically doing the mirror image of them, guys. In here, I'm going to pretend the line of symmetry is right there. So it looks like they went 1 down, 1 up, then 2 across, then 1 up, like that. Okay? The dots help you so you can draw it straight. Over here, this is my line of symmetry that I'm going to have. Looks like they went 2 diagonals, so 2 diagonal, and they went up, just like that. Okay? Over here, draw a shape that has exactly 1 line of symmetry and draw the line of symmetry. Here's an example. So 1 here. Then I'm going to go 4 diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have to go the same way this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to close my shape right here. My line of symmetry goes that way. See how these two are the same mirror images of each other? If you fold them, they lay on top of each other. That's it. So it says your friend draws the other half of the shape on the opposite side of the line of symmetry. Is your friend correct? Let's check if the friend is correct, okay? Let's see, 2 here and 2 here, so yes. 1 across, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, it matches. So that does work. Yes. Okay. Last problems on this page. A rokaku is a 6-sided Japanese kite. 1/2 of the symmetric rokaku and a line of symmetry are shown. Draw the rest of the kite, then draw each additional line of symmetry, if any. Draw the other half of the rokaku on the opposite side of the line of symmetry, and the rokaku can also be folded in half vertically, so draw a vertical line of symmetry. So that means right here, they gave you the half, they colored the other half, so they did it for you. And then the other line of symmetry was right here now. You see that? Then it said, are there other lines of symmetry? Now you might be tempted to go like this, but the problem is that if you go like that, it's actually bigger on this side than on that side. It's not a regular, hexagon. So therefore, that's not a line of symmetry. Neither is this. It's only left to right and top to bottom. The Jamaican flag is symmetric. 1/2 of the flag and a line of symmetry are shown. Draw the rest of the flag, then draw each additional line of symmetry if there are any. Okay, so in here, it's a little bit harder because they don't give you the dots, so you kind of have to do it on your own. So I think till about there is fine. Okay, so then we go opposite. So here and there. And then there's a triangle inside the shape. Like that. Okay, so it says, what other line of symmetry will this flag have? Well, you can also go left to right. You cannot go diagonal because then they're not going to fold on top of each other. Okay, perfectly. They might be the same size, but they're not going to fold on top of each other perfectly. So the diagonal lines do not work. It's only left to right, top to bottom. All right, over here. This is kind of tricky. I don't know that I'm going to draw the entire shape right now because it would take too long, but I will show you what the answer is in the book. A symmetric quilt is folded in half horizontally and then in half again vertically. The folded quilt and fold lines are shown. Draw the unfolded quilt and draw each line of symmetry. I am actually just going to show you what the answer to this one will be. It's right there. That's what it would look like, because it would take me too long to try to draw that. It won't look this good. So because it is a square, that's why the diagonals work. So a diagonal line of symmetry, which means this side and that side, it works because it's a perfect square, meaning that all the sides are the same length. In a rectangle, that doesn't work because the sides on the top and bottom are longer than the sides, okay? So in a square, diagonals are going to work. On a rectangle, a diagonal line of symmetry is not going to work. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, so this is the lesson for today. Please go online and do the work. Make sure you watch the video first and have an adult check it before you submit it. Bye.